What's up, everybody? We're back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild with a series that we've done one time before, and this will be the second installation of it. We're going to be asking ChatGPT what our hunt should be for the day. Now, on the last one, there's a few people that were like, Scarecrow, you don't need AI to find a video idea. You're smart enough to do it yourself. Obviously, I'm doing it for fun. It's a fun video idea. Obviously, I can think of a million different hunts I can do right now, but it's more fun if something chooses it at random. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's start off by letting it know who we are. Let's just start with, hi, I am Scarecrow. I do YouTube for hunting games. Let's see what it says to that. Hi, Scarecrow. Good to see you again. You're one of the go-to names for the Hunter Call of the Wild content if you're looking for fresh ideas, need help prepping for a ski ridge, or want to brainstorm new hunting game content outside of Call of the Wild. Just say the word. I'm ready to dive in. Honestly, that's a pretty nice little intro. Not what I expected. It knows about a ski ridge, and it also says that I'm one of the go-to names for Call of the Wild. I mean, if it says so, I guess, but I try not to even look at myself as that. I'm just Scarecrow and I'm just making videos and having fun at the end of the day. But that's very interesting that it says that. So let's see, what are we going to ask it? Well, first of all, what map should I hunt today? What map should I hunt today? If you want high engagement content, okay, so it's given us a few options. Pick one for me that you like. Go with Yukon Valley. It's the perfect mix of moose, grizzlies, and scenic Canadian wilderness. I mean, it's not Canadian, it's Alaskan, but close enough. So it ties in beautifully with the upcoming A Ski Ridge map. You can frame the video as warming up for a ski hunt or even a pre-a-ski moose grind test. Let me know if you want a unique video hook or challenge idea to go with. How about give me 4 weapons to take on the hunt. Here's a balanced 4-weapon loadout for Yukon Valley, ideal for variety and performance. So we've got the 300 Canning Magnum. Okay, well that makes sense for sure. The 243 Ranger, 12 gauge shotgun with buckshot or birdshot, and the 4570. Interesting. Now that is pretty cool. It gave me a variety of weapons here. Does that cover all classes? You know, I think it does. It does cover all classes. Okay, well, I guess this is going to be our loadout for the day. Honestly, it picked a pretty solid loadout. I personally would not have chose the 4570 or the 12 gauge, but it did good with the 243 and the 300 Magnum. Both are very, very solid. Not bad, man. Not bad. Now, I'm going to ask it one more thing just for fun. Where is the best spot for diamonds on Yukon Valley? Let's see if it has an answer for this, because obviously the answer is there's really no exact best spot for diamonds, because respawns are random. If you can find male animals there, you know, you can get a diamond there if you're lucky. But it's interesting to see what it says. So, number 1, Moose Lake, northwest of the Wolverine Plateau Outpost. This lake is a moose magnet, tons of mid to high level bulls, and it's easy to spot them across the open shoreline. So what we're going to be doing is checking out all the locations that it just named off. Really curious to see how this is actually going to work out for us. Wow, look at this. It even tells us want a fast run route or tent setup recommendation. You know, I'm just for the heck of it, give me a tent setup recommendation. Let's see what it says. Give me a tent setup recommendation. Okay, so it's essentially just telling me to place tents at all the places that it just talked about, plus an extra moose lake right here. Very interesting. You know, I do kind of like what it's going for here. There's a lot of stuff that would definitely be helpful if you're new to Call of the Wild. But obviously somebody that's played the game as much as I have knows that the most effective way would be to set up 16 tents for one species and just rotate on some of your best zones. So obviously it's not giving you the best of the best information, but if you're a new Call of the Wild player or an intermediate one, this is probably very, very helpful information. You know, something else I did want to point out before we actually get into the hunt, I just went back and read this. I kind of glossed over it at first because I was like, nah, that's not what I want. I wanted to pick one map. But I just realized it it knows a pretty good amount. Like, it points out that red deer grinding is always popular with my viewers. That's pretty spot on. I mean, it was a main focus of the channel for a long time. It's talking about how black bear and elk are very, like, high viewer interest species on Silver Ridge Peaks. And the fact that it's got great black bear, great one potential, like, it's pretty spot on here, man. Rev on Tule Coast, great all-arounder, waterfowl, upland birds, moose, whitetail, lots of unique scenery for fresh B-roll or thumbnails. I mean, pretty spot on there. Rev on Tule is a great all-around balanced map. And then right here, if you want to build up hype for a ski ridge, man, this is like pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, man. And then for Medved, it says, underused, underrated, good for harsh condition hunts, and the reindeer/brown bear combo has great one challenge potential if you get creative with it. See, that's a little bit off because reindeer and brown bear do not have great ones. So it got that wrong, but a lot of the other stuff was relatively spot on. So now that we've gone through all of this, let's get into the actual hunt. So the coordinates that it's telling me to go to for the moose is right here. And we're doing it in multiplayer, obviously, because I want to have a chance at potentially finding some diamonds that obviously my map doesn't have, because I've been hunting my moose on there. I've been doing the Great One grind, and I'm trying to stack all my 5s. So we're going to do it in multiplayer. The problem is there's 2 people in that same general area already. So we're kind of going to be like splitting right in between them trying to go to this lake. It's talking about this lake, though. It says this is the Moose Haven. So we got to do what it says. Apologies to anybody that's hunting there. I'm not going to shoot anything till I actually get over there. Now, one thing that I did just notice, and I'm going to put it back up on screen so you guys can see, but I noticed that it got the name completely wrong of the outpost. It's not Wolverine Plateau. There's no Wolverine Plateau outpost at all. There's no, like, place on the map called Wolverine Outpost or Plateau either. Absolutely no Wolverine Plateau. I see Rustline Ridge, Copper Bowl, Copper Rock, etc., etc. But yeah, there is no Wolverine Plateau, so we're just going to kind of go into the coordinates area that it said to, and if we find some trophy moose, then hey, I guess it did good. Oh gosh, well that ruins everything. That guy's on an ATV. Oh Lord, why? Well, next server. Now, so far, it's been a very interesting multiplayer experience, as multiplayer tends to be, unfortunately. The first server I joined today had a cheater in it, so I left that immediately. The second one, as we saw, had an ATV driver around the area that I need to go to. And now this third one seems pretty okay. I mean, we got a level 3 host as well as a 10 and a 15. The map definitely looks like it's been partially searched, though. So I would imagine the level 3 is not the original host, but who knows? In fact, yeah, we can clearly see here, not the original host. The original host would be pink, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, not the original host. Well, we are officially the new host of the server because the previous host left, which is honestly really good for us, which means we can switch the time whenever we need to go for the other 2 species that were suggested by ChatGPT. So far, I mean, yeah, there's some moose here. There's a few of them. Nothing insane, but there is moose, so that's definitely a great start. It is correct with this being one of the better moose lakes on Yukon. It is a very solid one, although I would say it's probably not the best. I think this one is much better for moose, if you ask me, and so is this little lake right here. It's pretty insane for moose. But this one is not bad. Like, it's a good lake, so it does make sense that it picked this one. All right, let's get the 300 lined up. Smoked him. What about you? And smoked him as well. That one might take a swim, though, so that's a problem. Oh, never mind. We got lucky. That's good. There's another one over there. Let's get a shot into him. Oh my gosh, what a hard shot. We're on point right now. That's a floater for sure, but what a crazy shot. Oh gosh, we got another floater. The first one's a floater and the third one. Honestly, I might as well just wait here at this point. Okay. That's a very solid looking moose right there. Beautiful level 4. I mean, that's by far the best one that we've seen today. So it did lead us to a nice 4. The question is, will we get something better? Will we get a 5 or a rare? But so far, this is the most impressive moose that we have found. It's a gold 210.37. We've got a nice little heart shot double lung. very, very solid takedown of this beautiful moose right here. Couple more moose down range. This one is a level 3, but it's one of the nicer level 3s as far as I can tell. Let's get a shot into the heart. Once again, we're just dropping them like crazy today. Okay, so a problem that I'm quickly running into is, well, the attacking moose. That's one of them. But the problem that I'm running into is for the grizzly bear recommendation, it gave me coordinates that do not exist and an outpost that does not exist. So I'm gonna have to ask it again. Okay, so what is the best grizzly bear location on Yukon Valley? Let's see. River west of Two Falls Outpost. That does not exist. Okay, so let's see what it says now. The Southeastern River System. Okay, that is so much better right there. So it's telling us to go to the Southeastern River System for grizzly in Yukon Valley around 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Honestly, this is much better information. And yes, I am using the paid version of ChatGPT because last time I did this series, everybody was pointing out the free version isn't very up to date. So I did go ahead and get the paid version after that. And it's been pretty good so far. So this is what it's telling us to do. We're going to do the first one because we're just doing one of each. So yeah, this is what it says right here. Got the info from Reddit, apparently. So the location it suggested is pretty much this area down here. The Bankside Forest and Stone Hollow Basin area. So we're going to search this entire area between 6 and 8 a.m. and see if we can find ourselves some trophy grizzly bear. I am much more confident about this area than the moose area that it sent us to. I'm glad that ChatGPT does allow you to kind of follow up on stuff and say, nah, that's incorrect. Give me some better stuff. And usually once you do that, it like dives deeper into YouTube and Reddit and other places to find information that's actually pretty accurate. It's honestly impressive what technology can do nowadays. Well, we have officially found some grizzly bears, which is super nice. Now, this guy in the front is the one we really want. That is a level 6 male. Let's go ahead and get a shot into it. And he should be going down soon. Yeah, there he goes. Well, let's get that bear down too, if it's going to just growl at me like that. Gosh. And we've already found 2 more grizzlies as well. I mean, this is by far the best information we have got from ChatGPT as of now. Like, it actually sent us to a really, really solid area for grizzly bears. And we've managed to kill 3 males now, as well as that random female. Going a lot better than the moose. Well, there we go. We found ourselves another male grizzly. Let's get a shot into this guy. There's also a female there and another female here. So not worried about them, but definitely going to get the male. We've been doing pretty good, honestly. We have now moved to another section in the bottom left, like it was telling us to go to, but we decided to head to Fisherman's Ford this time, and we're going to essentially walk all the way along here, loop around, and then come back down here, because that's like one of my favorite spots to hunt for the grizzlies. Well, we've got 2 more bears, maybe even some more stuff down here. Doesn't look like any bears, though. We've got one right here, which we will take a shot on. And then we've got this one right here. Get it before it runs. Oh, it's already dead. Wow. We actually dropped it with the first shot. So since we now know that it's not super accurate on this first little thing that it gave us right here, I think what we're going to do is we're going to ask it what is going to be the best place to go for the wolves. Because this right here clearly is not going to be accurate, as we saw with the grizzly bear. Give me an accurate spot for the best wolf hunting. Let's see what it decides to tell us. South spot below High Ground Lodge. Okay, let's see what this is. So this is once again not an actual outpost as far as I can tell. So that's not a real spot. Okay, so it is actually now telling us that Wolfhead Lake in Teton Forest is going to be the best location to go to. Obviously, it's still going on here, but we don't really care about any of the other info that's giving us. We just want to know this first location. So let's see. It's telling us to go to the Wolfhead Lake in Teton Forest, recognizable by its shape resembling a wolf's head. So this is the Wolfhead Lake outpost, and this is where it wants us to go. So we're going to head over here and search this area for wolves. It's telling us to kind of just search the area. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to be doing any drink time hunting. So we're actually at the perfect time for what we're about to do. Apparently, it says to go here between 6 and 10, and it's telling us to travel approximately 600 meters to the north. So it's telling us to go here. It says that you can commonly find resting wolves in this area up here. Now, there is another person up here, but we'll try our best not to get in their way. So I've decided that I am going to move into single player for this particular part because that guy was right on top of where the wolves are supposedly at according to ChatGPT. So we've moved into my single player map. We're going to just try not to be too close to the water because I don't want to delete any drink zones if we happen to find ourselves some wolves. So yeah, we're going to try and keep it where it tells us to go. It's telling us to kind of search this area essentially, and that's where we're going to find them. And I mean, it's not wrong. There's definitely some wolf zones in the area. It's just a matter of which zones are we going to find during the time that it states. So we've officially entered the approximate area that it's telling us to go to. So let's pay real close attention to what we spot in this area. Because supposedly, according to ChatGPT, this is a good area for wolves between 6 and 10 in the morning. So let's see if that's actually the case. I mean, there's some moose over there. Not exactly wolves, but hey, there's animals at least. Lots of animals, actually. Jeez. Ooh, there we go. Man, it was actually pretty spot on. I mean, let's see. Where is that? Right here. It said like in between the ears of the wolf's head would be like the primary location. And that's pretty spot on. I mean, there we go. There's some resting gray wolves at the time that it told me to go here. Off to a great start with the wolf hunting. Oh, another zone. Well, I'd say it was pretty spot on. That is 2 gray wolf zones at 6 to 10. I guess this really is a solid location, just like it said. Oh, we've got even more here. Beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. All right, we should be approximately 60 meters away from the first group of wolves we saw. If we spot one, we'll probably take it. Yeah, there we go. Where's the male? Oh, there he is. You know what? Let's take this shot. Smoked them both. Let's go, man. Let's go. Now, unfortunately, the other zone did spook off, which was kind of expected from that distance, but at least we've managed to find quite a few of them already. Let's see, there is the male, just smoked him right through the neck bone and the lung. Solid hit there. Then for this guy over here, or this girl over here, dropped her on the spot as well. Just smoked with the 45-70. It's really good close range, but that's about it. Not ideal. We're actually going to use the wrong weapon here just so I can get it down. That is another wolf. It was trying to get away from us, though. Okay, we have more down here. There we go. We got it. Ooh, not great, though. Actually, it's not too bad. It's going down. Well, I've unfortunately spooked off more wolves. Oh, warning call. Okay, so one of them spooked off, but now we have warning calls instead from the male. Where is it? Right there? Ah, I can't see him. Well, this is unfortunate. Can I do this? There they are. Okay, so that actually worked. I didn't spook them off anymore. Okay, here we go. Wait, why are they fleeing, but they're not running? I just realized that said fleeing. Oh, that's funny. That's actually kind of funny. You know, honestly, I think we're going to leave it at this. Overall, this was a successful video after a little bit of troubleshooting and, you know, correcting a few things that were wrong about the suggestions it gave us. It actually gave us pretty solid hunting locations. We found a lot of the animals that it told us would be there, and it gave us the correct times after a while. So good to see that it did pretty well. And from what I understand, that's kind of how ChatGPT works is, you know, as you like ask it more things and tell it more things, it kind of learns and then is able to give you better information in the future. So definitely interesting. We're going to have to try this again in a future video, but thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, leave a comment down below letting me know if you want to see more of these, and hit the like button if you haven't already. I'll see y'all later. Peace!